Now, last time I tried to stop the broadcast, it kept going until the maximum. I think it went like 16 hours, and it was just 16 hours of dead silence. So, yeah.
I was like, it's the longest pro wrestling podcast ever.
What happened to them? Well, they were talking New Japan, and they all fell asleep.
Yeah. God, we get so much heat.
Well,
That's the point. I try to talk to people. It's like there's nothing wrong with New Japan. It's the best promotion out there. I'm like, okay. It's like I'm not even fighting it.
well, it's not like there's guys in New Japan that I legitimately like, and I'd like to see them elsewhere. But there was a time I actually enjoyed New Japan. I don't know. But for as much heat as Okada gets, and I get it, Tanahashi's the man. He's the John Cena, Hulk Hogan, whatever you want to call him in Japan. But I don't know. I get tired of him. Like when him and Nakamura fight, like for the good zillionth time.
All right, I was looking up that Chokibogun. Cho means transcend. Ki means dangerous. Bo means outburst. Gun, of course, is army.
So wait, what was the middle one?
Dangerous.
So they're transcending dangerously into something.
Occult, transcendental, supernaturalness, supernaturalism, supernaturality, transcendence, excellence, superiority, superhuman.
Well, that's very Japanese because that
To
just
cross
doesn't make
over,
sense.
to exceed. Wait, we have exceed in all Japan. You can't be exceed. Freaking hack broads.
I like when you want to make a group in Japan. What you do is it's got a meaning. That's where Morishima went wrong. He should have put it in English, made it simple like everybody else. You just take an English word that's really simple, or you use incorrect spelling to make it look cool, like exceed or chaos or. I remember what was that one in New Japan NWO Japan? They just became black. I remember, which actually I ripped that off for one of my E-Fed stables. But anyway,
Keep getting all these notifications. I ain't seen nothing.
what happened?
Keep getting notifications. People are like, what the hell?
Uh, Junji uh, uh, Tanaka. Yeah, okay, there we go. Isn't that the dude that wrestles in that sumo kind of diaper thing?
He's from Kyushu.
Well, I know
Yes, I
that.
guess.
Even,
He looks funny too. Yeah, see, they got a recent picture of him in next to Katogi. He looks awkward. You can tell he doesn't belong.
well,
It's
I
like, yeah,
remember.
we just give you a pity love, and that's about it.
Well, you need openers.
Well, they utilize the local guys. That's why they always use him on the shows when they're down there in the area.
Well, remember Noah? They gave that Akito, or was it Akito or Kita? I forget. The DDT champion right now. They gave him a tryout, and like they wouldn't sign him, and he ended up being like a big deal in DDT.
Oh,
Or I don't
Keto,
know,
yeah.
maybe Akito. There we go. I lose track of all these. You try to follow. Well, you know more than I do. Try to follow every active wrestler in Japan. You get tired after a while. And
Yeah, yeah, I got a feel.
now, is it Tachi or is it Taichi or Tai Chi or
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi? Cheat on your girlfriend, get a push.
No, he just got pushed into Noah.
Yes. Well, that's kind of because he's one of Suzuki's boys. I
Dang,
didn't even
Noah
pay
didn't do too
attention.
well the other day, yesterday. I did better attendance than that. Guess not.
Well, you'd think Suzuki and those guys would draw, but I don't know. Maybe everybody's just kind of like, Well, so far it's not even Suzuki Gun versus Noah. It's Suzuki Gun versus
Brave.
Brave and No Mercy a little bit, kinda.
Yeah, just keeping Morishima away. It's like, oh, we can't have our heel faction facing the other heel faction. That'd be unbalanced.
That would be what I'd want to see. I don't want
Yeah.
to see Brave. I mean Marufuji, yeah, but
It's like we've seen Sugiura and Mizu a couple times. It's like there's something new.
they're not going to do that because they don't. Well, I don't blame them, even though they're doing a pretty good job of making Mori look weak anyway. They don't want to
Yeah,
make him.
he's like he's already been knocked out.
Well, what kills me? Okay, so they make Morishima look weak, and they make Maybach sometimes looks weak, and all of a sudden in one match they'll just go ape shit and start suplexing people and kicking ass. And it's kind of like when Maybach pretty much beat TMDK by himself, and it's kind of like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, it's the glimmering hope that no one wants to give him, and then they. It's like what New Japan does. It's like, oh, we'll give them a little bit of a glimmering hope, and they lose. It's
Well,
like
I
always around the
got
time.
speaking of New Japan, I kind of didn't like everybody. No one else had a problem with it, but I didn't like that they took the belt off Ishii. Not that the never belt means anything, but
I don't know what else he has to do for it.
well, I
I mean,
know, but
he had a lot of good matches. I don't know where he'd go from. I don't know
they're
where
not
the hell
gonna
he goes from here.
they're not gonna give him the heavyweight belt. I mean,
No.
ever. And that's another thing. He kind of and he's doing good, and he's renewed my interest in him. But he went basically from well, I don't want to say a jobber, but he went from a nobody to all of a sudden overnight he was like having matches with Shibata and all the main eventers, and I was like, what the fuck? Why did change your heart?
Because they need to do something with Makabe.
And what is well, Togi? Yeah, he's kind of.
I like him. That's all.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. I'm just thinking that he's way down on the totem pole nowadays. He used to be up there. He used to be like one of the top four guys.
Well, that's what New Japan. That's the problem New Japan faces because, excuse me, I can't even talk now. No, but since they pushed Tanahashi and Okada, that just shot everyone straight down because they fed everyone to Okada and they fed everyone to Tanahashi, and there hasn't been a champion in between them except for AJ Styles. So everyone's pretty much screwed until someone gets put over, and right now it's who the hell's getting put over.
Well, one thing about Tanahashi, unlike um, his predecessors, like Misawa and Kobashi and all those, not that they were New Japan, but just in general as being top guys, at least he'll fucking do the job. He will
I'm
put
saying
people over.
he will. I'm just saying there's no one in line for the belt.
Actually, I take that back. Misawa gets a bad rap. He actually put he put a few people over, especially in the last 10 years he was alive.
Well, he never missed a
Kobashi
day
was
either.
Kobashi was the one that never like Rikio. That's it. It's kind of
Well, no, what happened to Kobashi is the fact that him being sick is what sort of changed everything about him.
yeah.
That they could pretty much never have him lose because he was one of those guys. He overcame so much that that pretty much became him. Sort
Oh
of like
yeah.
so
I
for him
mean,
to lose a match is kind of like they've always built him up to be like their main guy. So it's like he's never going to lose. It's one of them things. That's just what it is.
didn't he even won his retirement match?
Yeah.
That's like I don't know. I mean, that's not absurd, but like it's not.
But
You
that's
know.
what Kobashi embodied. That's who he was. That was his character. Ever since he freaking overcame cancer, that's pretty much he was always one of those guys you want to see like showing his true
Well, I
ability.
know his nickname on Fire Pro default wise was like Iron Man. So
Yeah.
I know I get it, and he was the top guy, and he was the most over guy, and everybody loved him. I mean, I'm a Kobashi fan, but I don't know at the same time, and it kind of
Shiozaki
makes
needed
me
that win.
well, it kind of makes me sick to my stomach even thinking about it back then because I wouldn't want it. If yeah, he did, but if it had happened, I'd been one of those guys bitching about it.
I
I'd
mean,
been
it's the same thing. Like Misawa put over Morishima, he put over everyone else, but where the hell they go? Nowhere.
well. I remember Maury, and he got turned down by WWE, which he started gaining weight or
Destroyed him.
whatever. And they said that they weren't pulling in good attendance, is what I always read, and I'm reading that from Strong Style, so I don't know if that's true, but so they panicked and took the belt off of him instead of letting him have his run. I mean, he dethroned Misawa after that last reign, and yeah, he had like his 2 title matches were kind of crap, but all of a sudden they're just like, let's put the belt on Kinsuke. I don't know. It pissed me off at the time. I remember.
It's just like why Nakajima will never have the belt.
What was and then they put it on Akiyama and I was
Yeah.
like, oh god, it's gonna be on. And I'm not glad he got hurt, like not maliciously, but kinda I'm glad he had to vacate the belt because I was like, oh, he's gonna keep this thing for 2 years. We went from talking. It always goes back to old Noah for me every time I talk.
The heck, I posted something earlier. I can't even find it. Someone talk over it or they delete it? What the hell happened? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Never mind.
somebody posted some of your stuff in a certain Facebook group. I won't name over there, but I thought you'd get a laugh out of that, seeing that they don't like you over
Oh, they do it all the time. Don't.
there. Was it you that there was some guy that was just flat out stealing your stuff and posting it on his as his own?
Yeah, it's that Eric dude.
Yeah, that's a.
And that's what started this whole thing. He goes, and if you actually read his thing, his little page, he's still shaming me, traveling. Because what happens when we went on the group, I would post stuff on the group, and he would go post on his group, and I'm like, dude, why don't you plug the group? And he would never reply to me, so I removed him from the group, and he got all pissy about it. I'm like, what? So then it became his motto to actually surpass my group. So that's why he has like 3,000 members or whatever. But he only has like 20 people commenting, so it's like kind of pointless.
He'd be like Ark and just adding people. Just
That's what they did. They just went through and started mass adding people. It's him and he's got his own little
well,
circle, and they
if
just
you
freaking
go
start.
on there and you actually try to have a conversation about anything other than current, not even current New Japan, just current main event New Japan, anything else, you'll get maybe 2 replies if you're lucky. I stopped trying, and I stopped posting on your group too because it was just kind of not really the same thing. There's way more people posting there, but it was just like
It's all New
why
Japan.
bother,
That's the way I feel with it. It's like I have no interest in it. It's like I'll post, but it's just like
Oh, but there was one thing the guys, one of those guys on that classic group, he did point out that Okada basically looks identical to that Joshi. What's her name? Shove. I just read it the other
Shinobu
day.
Kandori.
Yeah, I mean it's like uncanny. It's
Who did that? Thought I saw in our group. Or did they take it from our group and put it over there? Oh, that,
no. I don't know why I named it, and so, I don't know
or that's
which
where you
one was
posted. You
first,
posted on our group, didn't you, or something?
or maybe something like that. I don't know. That
I
was
don't
3 days
know.
ago. How the hell do I know? I don't.
I was like, I know I've seen it. So I don't know if you posted or someone else posted. I'm like, how the hell did it
This
end up there? That's confusing.
I do remember that. I'm like, look at this picture, and I was like, I mean, even the attire, it's the color.
Yeah, it's That's pretty funny.
I'm like, is that his mom or his sister or his godmother? Or what's the deal?
Shinobu still wears the pants. That's the point. I can't even make Okada jokes anymore, and people just snap on me. It's like I don't like him. I can't explain it. You can't pay me to like him. I'm not. I'm not. And you guys can have your little pretty boy. I don't. That ain't for me.
He's he's not that bad mechanically, like the way he wrestles. If I can compliment him for a second, I mean, like what I'm trying to say is,
His whole 5 moves.
well, yeah, but he hits his 5 moves pretty good. He's crisp. He's got them down
Well,
pat.
it's not hard when you can just do the same set every freaking match. And people go, "Oh, it's 5 stars." I didn't see anything new here to garner anything over the last match, but okay.
You know, one
That's
thing that always kills me about Japan is that the Tombstone Pile Driver is a setup move. It's just kind of like, eh.
unless you're Tiger Mask.
Which I hope we get, like, people used to really, really hate for years.
They
I mean,
still
like
do.
that. Well, they still do, but he's in the lower. What kills me in New Japan, he's like a jobber, nowadays. He doesn't even get. He's a legend, so they protect him a little bit, but he's opening card.
Well, it's the same as
And he go,
Liger. They're both
and
in the
they
same
go to
position.
Noah, and they go to Noah, and it's like, oh,
It's because it's fresh. It's something new. Because regardless of the fact, they still have a name. It's just in New Japan has too many names.
let's see.
No, look at the 2 upcoming New Japan shows where they have the
Well,
double
they're
pay per
still
view.
doing that lucha thing, aren't they?
Huh?
Are they still doing that lucha
No, that's
thing?
done. That ended
Oh, good.
yesterday. Well, I didn't post it on that page, which I don't know why it's not on there. Cameron ain't doing his job. It's on the main website. It's
I'll
on
just
my
put in.
it's on my blog. And it's on the main website. But you can look at that card, and you can absolutely tell that it's like you can't even tell freaking Suzuki Gun's gone because they have so many freaking guys.
Let's see. Oh, Kane. You're not to go on a tangent, but you talk about a guy I could never care about. All those years he was in Noah, and even now, it's Kane Maru. I can't.
I like him. He just doesn't have anything to make himself stand out.
I remember that guy used to beat Kenta clean, and it had me scratching my head. I'm like, why does he have the junior title so many times?
I tell you right here, the match I'm actually looking forward to is that Ibushi versus Hanma.
Oh, here I almost scrolled past it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
I got the top. That got top billing over page screening.
I did that on purpose because I'm like, well, this match interests me. Number one.
Naito. They still treat him like he's a big star, and he's a mid carder.
Well, technically everyone in New Japan's a mid carder now, so.
Well, yeah, but then Naito, he almost main evented Wrestle Kingdom with Okada, and at the last minute they're like, we can't do that.
Well, the fans voted.
Yeah, let's put the IC title. Yeah, but okay, that's not really fair to your new guys. I mean, that'd be kind of like booking. I don't even know. You book like two young guys in the main event at WrestleMania, and then before that, you put like Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan against each other. It's like, well, of
Yeah.
course that's gonna blow them out of the water. What the fuck were you doing? Like Stone Cold versus The Rock or somebody. Like,
And then you got Cody Hall showing up in New Japan.
oh, those fuck, what's we call that? Yeah, those NWA Smoky Mountain guys, or was that? No, that was Owens.
Yeah, Chase Owens. Well, they
Let's
got Jay
see.
White, who's their new foreign rookie.
Don't they have a dojo in LA? Don't they
No.
have all the rookies? Oh, they got rid of it.
Yeah, that's been gone for quite a few years.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say, don't they have no? Let's
I
see.
mean, you can see they're still able to pull 10 matches on each show. And Suzuki-gun's not even anywhere on this card.
Well, they were getting kind of like, remember back in the day when Noah had like a, I don't think they ever reached 40, but they had like a 30, 35 man roster,
Yeah,
and like almost all of it was 8-man tag matches
pretty much.
because they just had too many guys. So it's
What's the
kind of
problem?
like,
I got into a discussion with someone, like they're going, "Oh, look how well New Japan is working with Noah. They have all these guys over there." I'm like, well, you gotta realize 4 of the guys in Suzuki-gun aren't even signed to New Japan. Because Lance Archer, Dave Boy Smith are NWA. Shelton Benjamin's more or less free. Minoru Suzuki came from, he's a Pancrase. He's not really signed to New Japan. He's got a agreement. So and Taka's K Dojo. He's not in New Japan. So the only ones you really have is Taichi, Izuka, and Despy.
desperate. Man, that push failed. Remember they tried to put him in the title scene right when he came back?
Will he have the Okada effect? Nope.
Brian. Oh, I'd almost forgotten Brian Danielson had the junior title.
Yep.
Nakajima. I remember when Nakajima won that, it was supposed to be a big deal, and he had it for 18 days. Then he had it again for 9. Oh, and he finally got it back.
Yeah, he
Okay.
got
And
shafted a little. He got shafted
then he
quite a bit.
lost the Kamaru. Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, I remember
The
him
funnier
and
one is when
Maury
they
one
gave it
year.
to. Oh, never mind. Yeah, when Nakajima had it and they gave it to Kenta, and Kenta held it for like almost like a full year and got hurt. Like that's what you get, you bastards. Because I remember that because that was one of the things I got really pissed off about. No, I'm like, why'd you freaking take the belt off Nakajima? Just to put it on Kenta and Kenta gets hurt. It's like, you bastard. And they put it back on Kamimaru. It's like, oh, he's our fail safe. Just put it on Kamimaru. And he had like a 400, he had like over a year reign. Look at that. You want
Kamaru
to talk
won
about it?
the. Well, where at?
Like we have it where Nakajima first won it. He held it for like 18 days.
And then
And Kenta
Kenta
beat
had
him.
it.
Held it for almost a year. Got hurt. And Kamimaru held it for over a year.
400 days. God. He finally dropped it to Kotaro Suzuki, thank God.
Yeah, that was a good reign. And then Nakajima won it again, and then got hurt.
Then he got it.
But that was actually supposed to be his reign, though, and he got hurt.
Yeah. That's when, yeah, I remember when Ricky Marvin won it, everybody was kind of like, because Ricky was never presented as a legitimate threat to, like, any title.
And then he got hurt.
And
Or
he got.
after he won it. He didn't even get the. He didn't even get a reign.
Oh, Kane Maru. Taji had a good reign, but I guess they had to drop it to Harada because he really had a great year. He had a good breakout year.
Yeah, Ishimori. That's people like really hated Ishimori, and he got that title reign. Everybody's like, he's good. It's like he was good beforehand. You just didn't give him a chance.
He's not even originally Noah. He's
Torimon, Dragon Gate.
yeah, and then he do some indie somewhere before Noah. I don't remember.
It's like Kenny Maru. He's pretty much Dragon Gate at this point. He just happened to be in All Japan, but if he would have been 5 years later, he would have been in Dragon Gate. Because he has
Oh,
he has that exact same look. He has the exact same build. He's friends with every one of them guys.
was it? That's
'Cause-
where uh, well, fuck, I read it once somewhere, but like Taru's always had trouble. Like I remember, like that's what started Voodoo Murders is like all the heels, top heels, and Dragon Gate got fired at the same time. They
yeah,
all
pretty
went to
much.
Old Japan. So okay.
Taru. Well, Kondo was already gone.
Oh, was he? I don't know. Oh well, New Japan's running the Bodymaker. It doesn't say which one. Um,
The main one. That's the main hall.
when they have like, and it doesn't. It only works that way really in New Japan because I'm thinking of like I don't know, it kind of works that way in Noah too. Like surprised me in Noah when Kamano got the red tights. I was like, oh, that's odd. But you have to eat shit for like 4 or 5 years and wear the black boots, and you don't get to do anything. And then they send you on an excursion somewhere, and then you get to come back with an actual attire and personality.
Well, Kitamiya is wearing a new attire now since he went heel. He's
Well,
wearing like he's got like a blue I don't know what you want to call it.
you know, one thing that I don't like about Noah, if I can, and I will actually criticize him. People don't think I do, but I will. Um, is that like if you look at the results, everything's position based. There's never any surprises. The weakest guy on the list always takes a fall to somebody above him. Like you never see like what's the word I'm looking for? Like okay, like you wouldn't see it anyway, but like Kamano, he's not going to beat anybody. He's not going to get a flash pin on Jinba or Daisuke or anything. And like Kotagi, he's not going to lose to Jinba.
Unless they're setting up Gimma for a quick title match, just to lose.
Oh yeah, that is when they do that. Yeah, if you're champion, that's how they set up their title matches.
But like you'll have like Gimba, he's like a total loser, and just like it happens one chance he gets a freaking flash pin, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, no more contender. Then he loses and go back to jobbing again for the next. Actually, he hasn't had his title match this year. Usually he has a freaking title match every year.
Which I noticed that like Puro Yone, they he pretty much eats shit year round, and then like it's Yone's turn for a GHC
Yeah.
heavyweight shot. So he starts pinning a couple people, and then he gets, oh, this is serious. He might actually win it. It's like, no, he won't. He's not going. Short of Marufuji, uh, Segura, Mori, a couple other people miraculously getting injured, I don't think he'll ever have that belt. They'd probably put it on one of the TMDK guys first. Oh well. What was I doing? I forgot. Hmm. I don't know. Anyone listening to this, I think we lost Charles. So I don't know where he.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're
I got
to the
sidetracked.
two people that might actually click on this video. I always get like foreign people. I always get people from like Russia, like asking me questions in broken English. I don't know. I might have run out of shit to talk about. I might not have hit the stop broadcast button.
There's never nothing to stop talking about.
Never did. It's not that I had a game plan to begin with. I just kind of I cheated my audience out of that geography discussion. We could have kept that
What is this place on this map?
going. I still laugh at the All Japan Dojo. It just looks like a house.
It's because it is a house.
I know,
They,
but
they
it's got
just
the
they just
big.
they just knocked out the second floor and just made a. It's just giant open room.
I just like the idea of that joke though. Like they got that big All Japan truck out there, and they're like, this is a secret. We can't, don't tell anyone we're here.
Well, it's right out in the middle of the freaking city. It's almost
Well,
like what do you want to call it?
I
Rural
just
area, I
noticed.
guess.
Do you
Just
know
right
what I
there.
just noticed about the Wrestle One trophies? What do they
None
look
of
like?
Where do you see this in?
I got it on my screen. Kondo and uh, Kaz.
Those aren't the trophies. Those are what hold the belts.
Oh, okay, okay, my bad. I thought that was a big one. Well, still, it looks awful phallic-y.
Yeah, out of context, that picture probably looks awkward. Like, what the hell is that? No, that's because you got Cosmo and Doi stole the belts.
Oh, okay.
So so they don't have the belts there, so they're just holding the trays that hold the belts when it's on the table. Yeah, it's retarded. It's just like,
Well, maybe the guy that made the belt wasn't ready, and Luda's like, shit. Oh,
yeah, you see right there, Cosmo and Doi holding the belts. Which
oh
their
wait,
pairing's awkward. I don't even understand that.
is Koji in Desperado? Oh, did
He
he
is
leave?
now.
Did he leave Novus or Novus,
Yeah.
whatever the hell?
Yeah, that group's pretty much dead. It was dead the moment they formed it.
Let's put all the WNC guys together. How can it fail?
Hey, it's like Bullet Club.
Well,
We
we
don't know what to
got
do with these guys. We'll just throw them all in one group.
we got what the
More,
fuck? Food.
more
Why does he
powerful
pick a
together.
Japanese name? He's a fucking American. You know he's Australian. Um,
Oh, Rion,
Rione Fuji or whatever, greener than goose shit.
Fujiwara. That's because he
Fujiwara.
beat, well, I don't think he beat him, but he had a match with Yoshiaki Fujiwara. And after the match, they had like this storyline where he asked Fujiwara if he could use the name,
You know
and Fujiwara agreed.
Why is Kurashio trying to be
Ikemen.
Spanky Brian Kendrick?
He's Ikemen, the
He's
cool
Ike.
guy.
Is that way?
That's his gimmick. He's the cool guy. That's why he wears the, what do you call it, the suit top and the ugly looking suit top.
Yeah, but
He's sort of like he's a joke in himself. That's what it is. But
he's
it's gotten
Brian.
him over.
I
So
mean, he's,
he's super popular. I mean, that's why he was in Wrestle One there way before the WNC guys because they brought him in. He was so over. It's like, well, we might as well use this because it's working. Give him a
oh,
chance.
I forget these guys' names. I'm sad to say. Who was the one guy from WNC that didn't go? He went freelance and he started a Suka project.
Oh, Shinose,
Yeah, the
Mito
bazooka elbow
Shichi.
guy. Like all of a
Yeah,
sudden now he's like, and it's indie, so it's no big deal. But all of a sudden now he's got his own promotion. He's booking himself. Which who the hell else are you gonna book? But he's like main event material now. All of a sudden,
because it's kind of like, hey, look, you called me the reject. I'll do my own thing now.
I always liked him better anyway. And like Murase or Murase, I have that Hiroki, whatever the hell
Yeah,
he was.
Marassi,
He I
Marassi,
when that's
Marassi.
the first
Yeah,
time I saw him, I was like, how this guy. And I later learned that he was kind of a prick, but um, I'm like, how the hell is he not in a legitimate dojo? he's
because
he's
he's
an
a
actual
prick.
heavyweight, you know. Well, yeah, but
No, no. The problem with him, I'll tell you the story. Like he was with Tajiri, but he just got on everyone's wrong side of people. Like he kind of just he did his own thing and didn't really show a lot of respect to like the legends. So he kind of just got put off to the side. Like if you look at him, he has a natural size. I mean, anyone who sees him, you're like, how the hell is this guy not freaking in New Japan or All Japan? But he just kind of stuck with being known with a bad attitude. Well, I don't know if it's bad attitude. It's just the fact he doesn't really have an attitude. He just kind of does his own thing. He doesn't care about anyone else really.
well, if all else fails, maybe he can be the new Great Tiger in real Japan.
No, but I had my friend worked in a Wrestle One, and like we always talked about, like it's like why the hell is Morrissey not getting booked? And it's like it's because he just has a bad attitude, so he kind of gets stuck where he's at. But someone in Wrestle One likes him because he still has a job. Even when Tajiri came in, he still had a job. Like you figured, I was like, oh great, he's gonna get fired now since Tajiri's in charge. But he's still there, so I mean, someone likes him. It's probably Muto because he likes the guys that are. I mean, I don't think they really want to give up Morassi because, like you said, he's an actual heavyweight. They don't really have that.
Well, I remember people hated Rob Terry for years, and all of a sudden he becomes Muda's boy, and like they're kissing his ass on like the group and stuff.
It's
Not
because he
like a
came Muta's
terrible,
boy.
yeah. And he got better in Wrestle One. But what kills me about him is when he had that stupid global title in TNA. I actually paid attention. I actually got behind him. He's actually a lot better psychology wise way back in the day, and they made him play the stupid big man that does press slams and lariats. Don't
Yeah, he's
be
not really
interesting.
that bad.
No, he's why he doesn't get more. I don't know. Maybe he's a prick too. I don't. I hope he's not. But
I mean, he did really well when he was in Wrestle One.
well, it's like Archer or Lance Hoyt, whatever you want to call him. Like I actually, believe it or not, used to converse with the man way back when he was in TNA and the Texas Indies and shit. And all of a sudden, he just got like the big head. And I remember back in the day when he was running around with Mania and he was doing that stupid gimmick. He was seemed cool, and then all of a sudden he just like I don't know, seemed like a douchebag. But that might just be like a jaded fan point of view. Like you know, I can't blame a guy for not having time to talk to his fans when he's actually working. Like I remember talking to Petey Williams one time on MySpace, uh, and you could tell he didn't have much going. He was actually conversing.
Well, I mean, I got a couple of wrestler guys I talk to all the time, but
Well,
you can
yeah,
tell
but
they do absolutely nothing.
you're an ex wrestler and you're like you know these guys and you cover them and shit. I know a couple indie guys, but that's because they play Fire Pro or something. That's not like actually I take that back. One of my friends, he's on my Facebook page, and I think he still is. He's the NWA Southeastern Junior Tag Champion or something. Some big long ass title name. I don't remember. I remember, and he's self trained. He started in backyard wrestling, which I don't know if that's a good thing, being a self trained wrestler.
Hey, you want to talk about the one of the biggest jokes in wrestling right now is that Akai Saki, that female wrestler.
I don't follow Joshi anymore.
Well, she's that one that started in DDT. She's like that. When her father was like a famous boxer or something like that.
She's not the one that got voted Joshi of the year, is she?
Yeah, rookie of the year.
Rookie over rookie.
But she's terrible. She's getting pushed because of her looks, pretty much, and her legacy, her father's legacy.
Well, I mean, well, you remember Leona or whatever Fujinami? Doesn't he already have his own DVD out?
Well, his father released it. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's like
It's because
that's so.
he's trying to put over his son.
Which that's got to be a hard thing to do in Japan. I mean, you can't expect these guys to have the charisma of their dads or anything.
Well, it's so hard for any of them guys to get over. Like probably the only one, Daichi. Like of all the guys that have come out, probably second generation, Daichi Hashimoto probably had the biggest chance because he
Well,
came out, he had his own look, and he was really hot there for a while. He just happened to be in 0-1, so he was pretty much doomed from the start. But
people actually, and I think a lot of that because I remember being excited when he debuted, and his first two matches were against Muda and Chono.
yeah,
But well, his dad was dead, and his dad had been dead for a while, and everybody was kind of waiting because I think his son announced it like a couple years before he even debuted that he was going to be a wrestler. So I think, well, like if his dad had been alive, I think he'd probably had a rougher time getting over.
I don't, we'll never know.
We'll
It's
never
one of
know.
the things.
Which he didn't get over anyway, so I guess it doesn't.
Oh, he did. Actually, he did. It just he was in 0-1, in which 0-1 just has that problem with they just like they'll do something smart 1 month and then the next month they won't.
Well, remember how they put over Yokoyama or whatever, they had him get beat up by voodoo murderers, and I'm like, well, you were like, that's putting him over.
Actually, what happened to Daichi is the fact he got hurt repeatedly. He
Well,
actually would have got a decent push, and he injured his arm. Well, I still blame 0-1 for that. He injured his arm. I guess what was that? 2012, I guess, that December. So he tried to come back. 0-1 pushed for him to come back like a couple months later, and he wasn't even healed right, and he just re-injured the arm even worse, and he got put out even longer
well,
just because 0-1 wanted him out there.
he lost his. He was going to get a match at Wrestle Kingdom, and he lost out. He
Yeah,
got injured.
that's what ruined his career. He got
Well,
hurt.
he was at an Onita show I watched just for shits and giggles once. And like he took a really bad power bomb from Radine or Radine or how the fuck you pronounce his name, and he got hurt on that too. I do remember. Like I don't think he missed too much time for it, but he did a lot of tag matches and shit like that after that. And like no fault to Radine. I mean, shit happens, you know. It's like people get injured. I'm not blaming anybody.
No, I blame 0-1 for a lot of things. They just,
So does
they're just cursed.
is Otani the guy that's causing? I mean, like, does he run 0-1 or is he just a face? Like he
Just a face.
just a face.
The ring announcer Okita, he has a lot more power.
That's the press. That's never good when you're ring.
No, he's the dude who loves Onita. That's why you're seeing all this connection with Onita.
uh,
He's a money mark, pretty much. That's what I call it. He has
well,
the money, so
at least he's not like Shirashi. That dude, fucking, what did he expect to happen? Apparently, that guy went in the business and made a lot of money. I don't know how because he seemed like a real deal moron.
he well he knew what he was doing. He just didn't know wrestling. That's kind of the he didn't understand that kind of appeal.
I remember, I remember all the. I don't want to insult anybody by name. Or use the wrong language here, but all the fanboys when all Japan got bought by Shirashi, they're money, and then the Burning guys jumped and they're like, oh god, they're about to cream in their jeans. They're like, oh, all Japan, all Japan. And then like even after Muda left, they're like, well, we still got Burning, we still got all that money. And then Shirashi, I don't know, slowly by slowly, they just started, seeing reality. And not to be mean, I mean like, and they're in a good place now, but like Burning, and they didn't really do anything wrong jumping from Noah, but it was kind of almost, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of ironic or almost poetic justice that you abandon your home promotion and you go expecting bigger, better things, and then it kind of blows up in your face.
Noah's left. You heard about the story why they left, didn't you?
Well, I thought it had to do with money and position. Would be my
There's a lot of
assumption.
people that said it was because of Kobashi. It's like it wasn't because of Kobashi, because Kobashi's still connected to Noah. That's the dumbest. Like I don't know where they got that rumor from. Did Meltzer release it? I wouldn't doubt it.
Like when Meltzer uh, look for New Japan and NOLA to have a working agreement in the future and be like, they've had one for the last 4 or 5 years. What do
Oh, even longer than that.
you? Yes.
Looking over past 13 years. I guess
They've
everybody
all.
forgot about Akiyama and Nagata.
Well, yeah, they ain't gonna remember that.
Who's Nagata? All right.
Yeah, Akiyama, he main evented a dome show.
Yeah.
That'll never happen again. Yeah, like I think that might be the reason like New Japan's still cool to Noah because Noah really when people forget when New Japan was going through a rough spot and really kind of shit in the bed. Noah uh, did a lot with them.
Yeah, Marufuji did a lot. Well, you gotta realize, even back in what, 2009, 2011, that was a real bad time. New Japan was on the verge of dying because of Ukes. But Noah was still there. I mean, that's when that time Maru was getting a lot of time in New Japan because they were trying to do something new, trying to change something up because what they were doing was kind of hurting them.
Well, they yeah, they Noah didn't really like go downhill until like it was going downhill before Misawa died, but after he died, it just really kind
Yeah, what was that? 2012, I think, was a real bad year.
of was
But they they managed
Misawa
to bounce
died in
back.
'09, but yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that year Kenta was champion. I got really actually I got really worried about Noah because they were just running nothing but like tiny ass venues. Like every video you saw, I mean, it was always they. And business wise, it made sense. Run a bunch of small venues, keep costs down, run with a small roster. But watching it, as a fan, you're a little kind of like, I was anyway. I was kind of worried. And then I read that I thought they were going to wrestle in that grocery store, and I kind of
yeah, it's not a grocery store.
I know
It
that
just it just
now.
happens to have that name. Yeah,
But at the time, and I googled, Food Pal in Japan, and a grocery store popped up, and I'm like, oh god. It didn't occur to me that it was an event all named after. And that's when they still had their USA site. They ended up closing Noah USA down.
yeah.
But it kept saying under construction. I mean, like one man could have run that fucking site.
It was one man.
Well, I know, but what did he do? Did he give up, or did they not have money to pay him, or
Yeah, they probably didn't have money to pay him. Which I understand why I got paid. I'm doing it for free. Dang it!
what?
I'll take your money.
Yeah, if you pay me, I'll run your site. Set up
Just
like a
just send me some
a
merchandise. I don't
Facebook
care.
page or something.
Hey, that's what I did.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of which, now we got all these people trying to open up Facebook pages over me. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't even care.
Well, like I remember it was years before Noah finally put up a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. It was like they dragged their feet into the modern era.
Yeah,
And
now they're
then
pushing Twitter.
well, now that I have their Facebook thing, but it's always like every now and then they'll post like a picture of somebody eating ramen, and that's like that's kind of the extent.
Hey, it's just like every other Facebook page on about Japanese wrestling. They just all post pictures. It's like, oh, like this. Of course, people are gonna like it. It's clickbait. That's not my goal. I don't care. I just try to post information. That's all I do.
Then you look at like guys Ryuichi Kawakami and Kengo Mashimo are wrestling for Tenryu. They kind of those are two guys that should be in all Japan or Noah or somewhere.
Yeah, Mashimo just kind of got. He's the one I question the most. Well, you see, like All Japan used him, New Japan used him for like a month, and that's it.
I don't know. I've never heard any stories about him being difficult to work with or anything.
He's
I don't
not.
know.
He just he's just one. Of, he just doesn't garner a reaction, and that's everyone's kind of big problem.
Well, I mean, it's not like the old days where you could go out there and then like back in the old days, you could go out there and you could kind of show a little bit of emotion and get into it. And yeah, a couple of people got injured and concussions happened, but these people got over. Like you watched late '90s or just '90s All Japan in general, that shit was brutal.
Yeah,
They beat the shit out of each other.
and that's why I got popular.
But none of those guys like they
Half of
all
them are
paid the
dead.
price. Yeah.
Half of them are dead or retired.
Well, that was kind of the problem with Noah. They have in their when they were really popular in the 2000s, they still had that style, like that Murafuji versus Saito. I think in like '07 or something. That was they kicked the shit out of each other in that match. But
Yeah,
like they never brought in like Noah always sucked about getting a new crop of rookies in. Like like it never occurred to him that the more people that they trained, one or two might squeak through and actually, make it onto the roster. Which you say they have an open dojo, so maybe it's just people didn't fucking show up, but I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, you look at this is something I noticed in New Japan. Like, they're so worried about guys that have talent. Like, they'll bring them in. Like, you gotta realize, someone like Captain New Japan, like Hirasawa, he was really talented. He had to have been to actually get into the dojo, but then he just didn't have it. He couldn't get with the crowd, and
Well, I
so he
remember.
ultimately just got pushed down. Like, they're so obsessed with getting guys who can wrestle, but they're not really getting guys that can get over.
Well, I remember him. He was in Blue Justice, and I forget his original name. Um, you just told it, but I already forgot.
Hirasawa.
Yeah, and they had a big
He,
farewell match for him, like goodbye. He's going to Mexico for a year, and then like he comes back 2 months later as like he's trying to be like Bruiser Brody or I don't know what the
it
hell.
was Hideo Saito, wasn't it? Something like
Yeah,
that.
he was trying to be like this evil. I don't know what. And then they gave up on that really fucking fast and made him Captain New Japan.
He was Takashi Iizuka before Iizuka went crazy.
Azuka went on.
He pretty much was. Look at Iizuka, who Iizuka is now. Look at Hirasawa when he was Hideo Saito. It's pretty much the exact same thing. It's like they just flipped the roles. It's like, oh, he's crazy, man. It's like, oh, there you go.
You
And then
know,
somewhere along the line, he became captain. It's like, well, he's a jabber the rest of his life.
which I guess they got into financial trouble, but people used to always say that CMLL out of Mexico always had the perfect farm system for talent main event because every time a main eventer jumped to AAA or quit or got injured, there was like four guys ready to take his spot. But I don't know. That's back when they had like 60 guys on the roster. Now I look at it and they got like 20. So I don't. And Japanese wrestling is confusing anyway because a lot of the guys in AAA are freelance anyway, and they all do those. I don't even know what the fuck you Puro. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce that. But like on Botchamania, they had that. They tried to have a Money in the Bank match, but they just got a regular ladder from like Walmart instead of buying a decent one. Which I don't think they have Walmart in Mexico, but you know what I
So, yep,
mean. I don't know. I'm rambling.
there's nothing to talk about. It is what it is.
I don't. I haven't checked on All Japan in forever. I still wish you Takayoshi was in Noah. I thought him and Morishima made a good team.
Takayoshi.
Yeah, Yutaka Yoshi,
Oh, yeah, alright.
big fat pink
Yeah,
guy.
I know it is. You just said it weird. I was like, what? You're Takayoshi. Alright. That threw me off.
Older
Yoshie. That's what his,
Yoshi A. Oh, sorry.
that's why I was like, Takayoshi. I was like,
I'm
what?
a godless gaijin. I don't know these.
That threw me off. I was like,
Or
what?
faithless gaijin. I'm sorry, I got the insult wrong.
So you just blew my mind there. I was
Man,
like, hey,
I knew a guy. Okay, he was a real hardcore like atheist. He just hated Christianity. I mean, like if somebody just said anything remotely about Christianity, he'd go off on a rant. This was back in the old Fire Pro Club days. Um, I don't know if you went to the old boards, but the old boards are not like the arena. The arena's calm and everybody gets along. Back in the Fire Pro Club, it was kind of like strong style symphony. Anyway, um, but he was really in like he loved the Japanese people and like he Like he was some kind of student or whatever, and he went to Japan or whatever. But like he was trying to lecture people that about their Shintoism or whatever. I'm
Okay.
trying to remember that story. Anyway, it didn't go too well for him.
Doesn't sound like it. Well, probably the big thing coming to All Japan right now is we're gonna have Shiozaki versus Zeus.
So is Zeus pretty much all Japan, or is he gonna?
Freelancing.
And what happened to Bodyguard? Is he still around?
He's still there. It's just right now they're because the shocking thing is it's kind of funny how well Shiozaki and Zeus actually work against each other. Like this ain't the first time they face each other. They faced each other I think last year a couple of times. I mean they pretty much brutalize each other. It's pretty solid.
Yuma Oyagi. Who the hell
Yeah,
is
he's their
that?
new rookie.
Oh.
He's awkward.
Naya, Nay,
Naoya
Nayoa.
Nomura.
Oh, what about that Sano Naoshi Naoshi Sano? He's gonna run Sumo Hall. You ever hear anything about that?
Yeah, he's still running it.
He's still running it. I mean, has
Yeah.
he got like a card put together? Or
Whoever freaking indie guy, I guess.
I mean, if he wants to sell it, I mean, you know, I hope he's got like a friend that's mildly popular. I mean, at least he can get or a
Well,
cheap indie guy. Maybe he can get Daisuke Sekimoto or
well,
something.
he's got like I guess the Freedom guys. I know High 69
They
or
can
Hiroki's
sell
one of his
out
main
Corkin
guys.
Hall.
As a, every show he's run, he's done really well. It's just I think he's taken a giant leap and running Sumo Hall so quickly.
Well, no, I don't want to. I'm not like trying to be negative against the guy, but I'm just like,
Oh no, I'm not
well,
either. It's just
like remember, like
it's
Guts.
shocking. It's like
Guts outdrew Freedoms at Corkin Hall last year.
yeah,
That, and where the hell did Guts come from? I mean, they actually had some decent wrestlers, and all of a sudden they're around. I mean,
they've
they'd
been
always
around
been
for
around.
years.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like you never heard anything about them.
They don't
I
run too
mean,
many shows. It's like maybe a show a month. Just one of those kind of promotions.
but their champion, that Yoshino guy, he's actually pretty talented
Yeah,
now.
he's really good. Well, they just kind of grew him. Like he just all he does is train all the time, and when he does get to show himself, he does really well. But he's it's just what it is. It's like he actually could get more chances. It's just the fact that what makes it harder for a lot of these indie guys is they get trained by some certain promotions. But then when it comes to chance of getting like maybe another shot, like maybe a bigger promotion, it's not going to happen because a lot of promotions kind of look they're not really giving chances to guys that they didn't grow themselves. If that makes any sense.
Well, I remember reading on a bunch of guys' profiles that on their training they started in Animal Hanaguchi or Hanaguchi or whatever.
Yeah.
This dojo, and then they had to go train uh, in New Japan or All Japan's dojo before they could even be rookies.
Because they want to train them their way. It's pretty much it's the exact same WWE does, and people will give slack for WWE doing it, but it's like that same stuff happens in Japan too. It's not like
Well, I don't. I can understand wanting to present a certain style, or whatever, but like my favorite wrestling promotions always kind of like I had a hybrid philosophy. Like everybody's working the same kind of same style, but on the other hand, you got your powerhouses act like powerhouses, and your you know technical guys act like. I mean, it's not like Dragon Gate where everybody kind of wrestles the same.
well, it's just like Daichi Hashimoto. He actually got offered to go to New Japan, but he didn't want to accept that the rookie contract.
Yeah,
Like
they would have.
everything, they wanted to wipe his entire career and start him over again.
Put him in the black boots, make him eat shit for 5 years.
And he's like, hell no. And so he just went to freaking IGF because he'd make 2,000 a match and then freaking still be able to do his own thing.
Who is Strong 13?
Just what do we call it? That doesn't help. No, it's just a what do you want to call it? Like a caricature.
Oh, okay.
It's like one like a local hero thing, kind of thing. But that was Aoki in the mask.
You know, at least a lot of indie guys got a shot when all Japan had was like scrambling for a roster. I mean, like they pulled up guys that never would have got there otherwise. Like I think Masato Shibata even got a short run, and Bear Fukuda. Do the secret base guys still work anywhere? They used to work in Big Japan, and I haven't seen them there in forever.
Oh, Shimizu does.
Well, I know I saw Fukuda not too long ago. He was working shit. I should
Fu-
remember these guys' names, but
Fugo or Fukuda always works the tradition shows. Fujinami likes him.
but who's that? He used to do DDT and shit. What's his name? He's still doing the Joker gimmick. He's like the Heath Ledger Joker,
Oh, freaking
but he always does tag.
Wallaby guy.
Yeah, like he
I
kind
can't
of
think of his name
like
now.
he used to be up. I forget his name, but he used to be up there. Kinda. I mean, he ran Real Japan and he ran the. I think he was in Tradition and some places like that. And all of a sudden, he's down in. I guess what you call it, Wallaby.
Well, that's his promotion.
Oh, is it?
Give me a second. Let me find this. I should know his name. It just
He's
ain't
got a
clicking.
name that's similar to somebody else, and I can't for the life of me.
That's why I'm. There's a name coming to my head, but it's like, well, that's not his name.
What's that? He was on that Waka Shoyo match. No.
Kitayano.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Kitayano. That's what I was like. I was thinking Toriano. I'm like, that ain't right. I know who that
You
is.
know, there's a guy and they posted on their own site, but there was used to be a guy from Europe that used to do like he was a fan. And how he got the Real Japan videos, I'll never know. But he used to do compilations that for Real Japan, and they liked them so much they even put them on their own site. But um, he made it look like this amazing promotion, like any good highlight video would. And then you watch the real product, and it's kind of like it's all right, but
Yeah, that's about what it is. It's like, that's alright.
he made Waka Shoyo look good.
So that's
like
not even possible.
I wish, and like on Fire Pro, I can't make him accurately because when you set a guy, there's no way you can make that edit where he just kind of hovers around. He doesn't even hover. He kind of stands around and moves really slow and doesn't do anything. The AI is not there for that because that's what the real Walking Shoyo does. He kind of just stands there and gets punched. Unless you're talking about his K1 career where he actually swung like a big Russian hook and the guy just punched him in the back of the head and knocked him. Walk, I show you. People don't give him enough love. Every time I type in Waka Shoyo, it always wants to redirect me to like um, something else. It's always like, yeah, Waka Shio, and apparently that's like some kind of gay stuff.
Do you mean Wakashio? What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid to click on it. Last time I
Yeah.
clicked on it, it got some interesting images. I got good. Okay, I got family filter on.
It's a barge.
I wonder what that translates into when family filter is off. Oh, I don't know. Okay, never mind. Don't want to show it today. Can't I? That seems mildly racist. Wonder how far the be like one guy from like Eastern Europe actually still watching this. Oh, I was going to ask you once. I think I might ask you already, but who did Ricky Chosu piss off? Because last time I saw him, he was working 0-1 at the bottom of the card.
0-1. When the hell
Yeah.
did he do that? I don't even know. No, he's working a
I always
legend.
well, I heard a lot of people didn't like him, and they always blame him for killing the junior division.
Well, in New Japan, he didn't care for the juniors. He was more. I think he came to the point that he realized that there were pretty boys and not really too many guys like him. They're like serious, like dudes are threats. That's why he didn't like juniors.
Well, I guess he didn't. He hasn't worked 0-1 since 2013.
Well, there was talk that he was going to be retiring, but it didn't happen.
He worked last July, and really Desperado. Oh yeah, it was Legend the Pro Wrestling. They ran Bodymaker #2.
Yeah, I know I covered it, but that was actually the match. He's actually there's people are complaining that he's going to be retiring because he's getting up there in age. But he didn't retire. He's like, I'm not retiring. I'm surprised Meltzer didn't run that story. Oh, Ricky Coach is going to be retiring.
Well,
Tokyo
Meltzer
Sport,
still,
Tokyo Sports was pushing it.
something else about Meltzer fans kind of make me laugh. He still charges for his news, as far as I know. I mean, there is some free shit on
Yep.
the site, but it's oh, my phone's been on this all this time. But like, what does he do as soon as he posts something? All the fans and all the other wrestling websites just post what he posted on their shit.
Yeah, they just fucking copy and paste it. It's like all the rumor mill. It's like, well, you can tell freaking Meltzer just released news today. It's like, yeah.
I like how he. Oh, a great Tiger still wrestling. But Meltzer, wrestler A is going to do this and this and this and this is because of that, and that doesn't happen. He'd be like, well, it changed because I don't know. I'm trying to think of something clever enough to
Because
talk
he
about.
tells people what they want to hear. That's why they pay him. It's like, oh, he's going to give me this news. It's what I want to hear. It's like, no, it ain't. Because I think right now he's even saying Neville's going to be called up from NXT. It's like, why? Because he lost the belt? It's like, why is he getting called up?
Well, I think a lot of shit he does is just basically like any wrestling fan could. You watch it long enough, you can speculate when shit's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what he does.
And
It
oh,
was like when
Baron
he was
Corbin lost.
calling Devitt to come to WWE. He called that like a year in advance. It's like, oh, of course he has a big enough window there. There's a good chance he could be right.
Well, I think you'll be sad to know, Charles, that Shakara lost, and he was on a team against his own dad. Because I know you're a big Shakara Momoda fan.
No.
I'm joking. God damn it. I'm kidding.
I know the results, I just don't care.
That's always something Japan always felt was weird. Like, okay, like Morishima and Yone were tag team together all year long, and then all of a sudden one match they're on opposite sides, and then next week or next event they're back to tagging. And I'm just using them as an example because they'll just do that sometimes. Like, why is Shikara on a different team than his dad?
Because even his dad doesn't like him. He's like, I realize why you never made it in Noah.
Yeah, his dad had connections to Noah. Yeah, yeah. I forgot all
Did.
about that. That's where he ended his. Well, that's where he initially ended his career, and then he came back. Hey, Waka Shoyo's still wrestling. Good for him. Masao
What the hell
Orihara.
else is he gonna do?
What's he gonna do? He's gonna, well, I say he could open a ramen shop, but he'd probably just go to some other wrestler's ramen shop and work there.
He wouldn't have any food left to eat him all himself.
Like her, uh, Takashi Rikio chasing him around. Get out of my shop. Well, doesn't Yone? He owns one while he's still active, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ahead of the game. He
Well,
didn't
I
even
think
lose.
I guess he's a partner in it. I guess.
Oh,
Well, Marufuji has his own curry shop now.
well, at least it's not ramen. But I'd imagine there's a good reason there's so many ramen shops in Japan. I would imagine it's you know kind of a staple of everyday life. Oh, as I looked it up one time, the traditional breakfast in Japan is like rice and a boiled egg or something like that. I forget. I don't know.
Like his thing's called Marufuji's thing's called Shiranui curry.
Oh, yeah, didn't Togi? He got really over because he like eats sweet food and he posts it on
Yeah, he was on a TV show and then it blew people's mind that he's like really big into sweet foods. And then from there he just kind of blew up because you don't see
I
a
guess.
dude like that and expect him to be into anything cutesy. So technically it ruined his image, but it got him over. It's like one of those. It's like on one hand you ruined your image, on the other hand you're more popular than you ever have been. So it's like whatever, just run with it.
Seaweed. Ew, man. Oh, yeah, I watched that documentary on feudal Japan, and when that last shogunate was in there, and they cut off trade and they cut off the country from everybody. Um, like farmers weren't allowed to eat their own crops. Like, how the hell do you govern that?
Oh, you ate your own rice. How do you know that?
I got mine from a neighbor.
Yeah, it's like I just walked next door.
Actually, they said that's what really killed the samurai. There was no more wars to be fought. Like when the because before that one guy took over, there was always like one guy taking over, like civil war here, civil war there, something to fight about. Now I know they ain't got radish ain't natural to Japan. Come on, pickled plums. Oh, you've been to Japan, Charles? Did you eat the traditional Japanese food, or did you go to McDonald's?
I eat traditional food, ramen.
Did you? Were you dying for a cheeseburger when you got back home?
Not really.
Not really.
So I like Japanese food. We actually have a Japanese restaurant in town over from where I live, which is shocking
Oh,
considering I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So
well,
it's like,
something to
how
do.
do we get a Japanese place here? It's like, what?
We got and it's a franchise, but we got like the only Chinese place left in town. Some franchise, in like 3 or 4 states around here. They're like traditional Chinese food, and like the manager's like some blonde white woman, but she's got her hair up in the chopsticks.
So I go,
And for
that's
all I
racist.
for all I know, that's like they're like, well, the manager's got to wear the chopsticks. But still, it kind of seems. There used to be a Chinese buffet in town, and like a actual Chinese family owned it, and like every now and then they'd like this little door, and like the cook um, would like open it up, he'd yell out something in Chinese. And if I tried to mimic it, it'd just sound racist, but he'd just yell something in Chinese. He'd shut the door, and his wife would argue with him.
We need to make more of this. He's probably yelling at the fat white people eating all the food. He's like, I just made this. I gotta make it again.
Actually, I went in there with my ex fiance, and she's like, she's getting real nervous. She's like, we're the only white people in here. And I look up, and there's like 2 Mexican families and a black family in there, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't the only American people in here, unless those people are from Nigeria. I don't forget. Like, we're the only white people in there. It's like, so what? They're not gonna kidnap us and sell us to China.
And that's when they look at him and go, well, what the hell you think they're thinking looking at us going, hey, look, they're the only white people in here. Like, what?
uh, well, it's actually owned by 2 different Chinese families. The first one, the hostess lady was like really rude, like she didn't want you in there. Like, and she couldn't. They had takeout. It's one of those buffets. They had takeout boxes. You pay $10. You can fill the box up and leave.
Yeah.
But she didn't like it if you filled the box up too full. They're like, you get too much. You leave. You done.
Well, it's like, well, it's $10. It's probably cheaper to stay there and eat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at lunch it was like 6.50, and at dinner is like $8 to sit down and eat. So you save like $2, but you could go back and get all the shit you wanted. Um, she didn't care if you sat down. For some reason, she had it in her head that you were sneaking that food to someone else. Because that was like the complaint was like one person shouldn't eat that much.
It's like, well, I'm freaking hungry. I'm
I'm
gonna eat this
American.
food.
What do you expect? Look at me.
It's like, well, don't feel bad. Just an hour later, I'm gonna be hungry again. So I've never actually had that. The Chinese place I go to in town, I've always get full on it.
Well, I do notice that when I eat Chinese food, I eat it. I still eat it like an American, because when I seen like actual Chinese dishes, it's a shitload of rice and like a little bit of meat and some vegetables. Um,
Yeah, pretty
when I
much.
go, it's reversed. It's a little bit of rice and a shitload of.
So there's more like a hot pot. Usually what they eat, and we get the fake knockoff stuff
Uh,
with
well,
the
no, it's
sugar
America.
sauce,
I mean, like if you ever been in a Chinese buffet in America, they probably got those little potato things or whatever, and that's still
potato things.
technically some kind of butter potato, but that's still technically authentic Chinese because that comes from Chinese immigrants.
Yeah.
That's like it's American Chinese. It's not.
But your General So chicken and your Empress chicken, that's Americanized.
Well, like I had a friend. He was He was like from Mexico, and he liked to go to Taco Bell, and like everybody always give him shit for it. He's like, that's not authentic, and he's like, well, yeah, and
I don't want authentic.
I don't want authentic. I want Taco Bell.
I heard about that Taco Bell's going to Japan now, didn't you?
Well, you know the biggest food chain in China is KFC.
Well, I thought it was McDonald's.
I heard it was, I don't know, but I do know that McDonald's in different countries, like okay, like in India, they don't serve hamburgers. Well, not in every McDonald's anyway. I think, and apparently you can get beer in most McDonald's outside the U.S.
Yeah, McDonald's is number one. Japan.
Or I said China, but
Uh, Mr. Donut's like number two or number three.
Mr. Donuts.
KFC's got to be in the top four or top five.
Was it Yeah, I read somewhere that like they took out, like when you go to McDonald's in America, that we got all the signs for the hamburgers and it's got the menu. I read in Japan they took all that shit out. They want you to be ready when you come in to help productivity.
Well, they have everything outside.
I'll do that.
They have like all the displays and everything else. Like your menus are outside the business. So
Also, they
when you
want you
walk
to
in, you go right to the
prepare.
counter. Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's what I see. If you go to a lot of restaurants, they'll have a display set up outside of what they offer and what the item actually looks like. But it's like a plastic model. So I mean, it's just trying to give you a general idea. This is what we got. So when you come in, go, I want this.
Well, I still, like you watch those YouTube videos of like some dude like going grocery shopping in Tokyo, and I still laugh that they sell spam as sushi, or they market it as it.
Well, if taking anything could be on sushi.
Well, I know, but still, like spam, like, and that's, and it was in English too. It wasn't even in, Japanese characters. Like Colt Cabana, he talked about he stepped out of his hotel room and he went to like the corner store and he wanted to buy something and he had like the yen and everything, but he didn't know what the hell the guy was saying. So he just kept putting up more and more money until the guy said, "There you go."
And goddamn, it's late.
It is.
I've already got like 6 text messages. I'm just ignoring them.
I did.
His wife's still at work till midnight, so
Oh, oh,
got it.
you're ignoring your wife's message.
Yeah.
I thought you were just
Well, she
ignoring.
works at the hospital, so every time she's on a break, she sends me a message. I'm like, yep.
I won't have a cell phone anymore. My ex fiance broke me on that. She was one of those girls that would just like never stop texting you. And if you didn't reply right back right away, well, you must be doing something wrong. You're cheating or you're up to no good. Where were you? What were you doing?
She ain't doing that to me. They just
No, I didn't say. I didn't mean
because
it
she's
that way.
bored. That's why she'll text me, just trying to get. It's like I'm the one without a job. I'm the one sucking right now. So it's like maybe that'll change this week. I'll find out. Stop working at the farm, making less than her. I guess when we're done, I guess we're just rambling at this point.
Oh, we are. Ain't nobody gonna watch this anyway.
I just been staring at Spider-Man memes.
Is it
I sent you a.
Hayato Fujita? Did he shave his eyebrows, or did he lose them in an accident, or what the hell's the story?
I have no idea.
He always looked off to me. Did you ever see that anime channel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Here are your options. 1, fuck you, I'm Spider-Man. Since you're on Facebook, I guess you're not on there.
No, no, let's see. I'll check my Facebook. I think there's nothing embarrassing on there.
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, I got the screen share off. I can look at it if I want to. 11 other comments. I thought I settled this argument when I put up Stan Hansen, but no, they got.
Yeah, actually, people just kept going back and forth. It's like, I just started posting random crap. I'm just like, oh, here's a Larry from Hanson. I put up a Hogan just to try to piss someone off. It didn't happen.
Sometimes that Axe Bomber looked pretty cool, and other times it looked like he barely touched a guy.
Yeah. That one I posted is one of the legit ones. I think that's against Fujinami, I think.
Somebody posted the Rainmaker, but they posted the Joshi doing it.
Prezak. And that was Daddy.
DP23.
You still recording or did you turn it off?